We saw her just before in her TEDx talk. It is Cyndi Shannon Weickert. Hello, Cyndi, welcome.
Hi.
I just firstly wanted to say thank you for your talk, for what was incredibly powerful and really moving as well. So thank you for that. Can I get a sense of what that experience was like for you?
Well, it was exciting to be there, but I think perhaps what left a bigger impression on me is just the work leading up to it. And, you know, I'm a scientist, so I spend a lot of time reading the internet, looking at journal articles, my nose between the books, and I don't surface too much. So seeing the amount of people and logistics and energy and realizing just, how involved the TEDx really is amazing. And not only that, the amount of work it required to prepare the talk and the amount of support that I needed from my producer, Siobhan and Edwina. And what was really great during this process is to realize that I had such an opportunity, and I'm away from my family because my family is still in New York, but to realize that I had a family right here at NeuRA that actually came to listen to me practice and gave me feedback, and it was just like, wow, I have a family here in Sydney. It was cool. So
it's almost like doing your PhD all over again, but just for a 20-minute talk. Is that about right?
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of.
If you have a question for Cyndi too, do put your hand up. We've got Stephen and Lucy here as well. Often when we hear about schizophrenia research, Cyndi, it focuses on the scientific research. Is it too easy to get stuck just on the science? I suppose the question is, why is it important for you to bring that personal story in?
Well, I just started bringing the personal story in. So, when I first started studying, my brother didn't want anybody to know that he had schizophrenia. It was something we didn't talk about. Families didn't share. And also, I was concerned that people would think I was something less than objective. As a scientist, you need to look at the cold, hard facts, and you need to test hypotheses, and you can't be swayed by your emotions. And so I think it's difficult to sort of be two persons at the same time. You're so motivated that you want to help, and in the other sense, you have to put on a hat and be cold and objective and really look at the facts to be credible. So it's really like having two different personas almost.
And how do you manage those two different personas? What do you do? Obviously you're working very hard in this research, but I hear you go surfing too.
I'm not very good. I just started.
The fact that you could do it at all is pretty impressive.
I'm best at Waikiki Beach, where the waves are nice and calm and the boards are really long. Then I can get up. Bondi Beach, forget it. So the question was, what do I do?
Yeah, how do you manage or balance those two hats that you were talking about?
I think that I enjoy reading, and I really enjoyed The Book Thief. I read that book, but I'm a part of a book club now, so that gives me a little bit of a break from the science all the time. I guess yoga, relaxing. I'm a bit of a food and wine person, so I like to enjoy that. And when I'm doing that, it gives me a break from the science. But most of the time, I'm pretty full on with the science because I live with my collaborator. It's breakfast, it's lunch, it's dinner, it's all day long. It's at the pillow talk. It's like we live and breathe.
I love this. What's the pillow talk?
We're talking about the next experiment or the grant that we're writing, and so most of the time.
It's an absolutely perfect partnership. I wish I could speak to you for much longer, Cyndi. We're almost going to go to the Target 100 challenge in the foyer as well here at TEDxSydney. But we are asking everybody today, what is their greatest lesson worth sharing? So, Cyndi Shannon Weickert?
For me, it would be a lesson to the scientist that you can't prove the null hypothesis. So often we think when we've got negative data that we've understood something to not be true. But, when you're going into the unexplored or the unknown, the only thing you can do is fail to reject your null hypothesis. So it may be that you're not searching for it in the right way. And so you got to look at it from a different angle, and you got to ask the question differently. And so, I think that's a really important lesson.
Keep on pushing on. Cyndi Shannon Weickert, thank you so much for joining us here in TEDx Studio, and congratulations on your TEDx talk. Thank you.